is the capital city, Ulaanbaatar. Gigantic city, tons of traffic. People drive like mad. Very few traffic signals, so people are just pulling in and out, and it makes LA traffic look like nothing. Way overcrowded. There's 1.5 million people here in Ulaanbaatar, and there's 3 million in the entire country of Mongolia. Very few people spoke English. The dollar was very weak, so everything was cheap. After spending one night in Ulaanbaatar, we had about a 3 or 4 hour flight here. We're heading west, and the further west you go, it seems like the further back in time. And next on the trip was a 10-hour car ride, and there's animals everywhere. Camels, horses, yaks, cows, goats, just running around on the road. This is the terrain we were in. It's the Altai Mountains, northwest corner of Mongolia, just north of the Gobi Desert. And it was kind of hard to glass because the Ibex are almost the same color as the ground. They blend in, so they're kind of hard to spot. But beautiful country. And our guides ended up using our binoculars just because everything they had was so outdated, almost useless. And it was kind of an eye-opener. Here I am in my $500 boots, and these guys have 50-year-old binoculars and tennis shoes with the sole blasted out. Really puts things into perspective, and you realize how lucky and how blessed we are to have all the things we have. So I just shot my Ibex. We had about a 2-hour stalk on foot. He was 450 yards away. Made the shot. Now we're gonna go check him out. And these guys did not speak a lick of English. No hand signals. They didn't understand anything. It was tough communicating. So right there, even though we couldn't speak the same language, that was the look of, put that phone down and help us, you jackass. This is our camp, and these are called gurs. Some people call them yurts. Mongolians call them gurs. And they've been around forever. They've been using these ever since the Genghis Khan days, 13th century, and not much has changed. They're pretty comfortable. I guess they can put them up, take them down in about 30 minutes, which is pretty impressive because there's a lot of pieces. But it was comfortable. To get here, I spent a total of 30 hours on 4 different planes and a 10-hour car ride. I left my house Monday at 2 in the afternoon. We got here Friday at 2 a.m. One of those nights was spent in a hotel. Rest was traveling. No clue what he's doing here. I saw him picking out white rocks and then started doing this. One of the guides told me to start filming, so I assume it's something interesting. I don't know if it's a game or some ritual good luck charm. So after I got my Ibex, we just went out and helped the other hunter try and find one. It was actually kind of funny. These guys played a little prank on me. You know, we couldn't communicate with language at all, but one of them kind of directed me to go around a corner and start glassing. And when I walk around the corner, the other guy was squatting, taking a poop. And that just goes to show you, no matter where you are, no matter the language barrier, walking up on another guy taking a deuce is still hilarious. Right now I'm standing just down by the water next to our camp. You can see our yurts up there, but you'll notice there's no trees around here. Fortunately, we didn't need to make a fire to keep us warm, but when there's no trees and no wood to burn, what do you think they use for heat? Dun, dun, dun. That's firewood. This was an old Russian Jeep we drove around in, and it was a clunker. We had to stop every 20 minutes or so to dump water in the radiator. It kept on overheating. Transmission was garbage, but it was powerful. It could climb. And these guys were loving it. This is day 4, and they finally found an Ibex for Ray. Right now it's 1,800 yards, so they're gonna head out on foot, get closer. He's way out there. And there they go, get Ray. Closer shot. We affectionately referred to Ray as number 1. If you know, you know. That last video and most of the photos in my video here were shot by Deshaun. Deshaun is a professional photographer, and he is a magician with the camera. Whenever you go on a Cabela's Signature Outdoor Adventure trip, they always send a professional photographer with you. So some of the videos were Deshaun's, most of the photos. And I can guarantee you, if you see a photo here and you think to yourself, whoa, that's a cool photo, that was Deshaun's. Thank you, Deshaun. These guys all get to keep the meat. We're not allowed to take it home. So it's a pretty big deal for them. They get to share it with their families, and we got to eat some while we were there. It's delicious. Right. These ladies fed us awesome food all week. This was our last night in camp, and we're just thanking the guys and giving them some good old American greenbacks. I have no idea what they make, but we were talking to the hotel guy that worked at the front desk in Ulaanbaatar, and he worked a 24-hour shift and got $30. These are all photos that Deshaun took, and he's really good, and I'd like to think I learned a little bit from him that I can apply in my next trip. And I can't emphasize enough how important the other people in your crew are when you do a trip like this. And I've met a lot of awesome people on my hunts, and this was no different. Great group, we had a great time. Once again, check out Cabela's Signature Outdoor Adventures. I have nothing to do with them, I get nothing from it, but they're a great service. I love everything they do. They are a huge, huge, huge asset to the hunting community, so take advantage of it.